So, today is day 2 of going to bed at the same time every day for 7 days. And I didn't scream or record um, my day 1 experience. I did note it, but I didn't do a recording of it or posted it online or any of that. But I'm just gonna start it off at day 2. I'm gonna start the screams. I'm gonna scream up into 7 days like I did for the previous experiment. So experiment 1, just to catch you all up on it, was about uh, getting my baseline. So getting a baseline of like how many hours I sleep per day on average um, in a week, like from the deep sleep, from REM sleep to light sleep, to sleep latency. Those are like the main uh, indicators of whether you had a quality night of rest or sleep. And yeah, I recorded it all so you guys can check those videos out, and it shows you like how much goes missed, because before this I wasn't recording or documenting anything, and I was just falling asleep hoping for the best. Just yeah, and it's not too complicated, but it's definitely an effort. Um, it definitely does take effort to better. So overall, my baseline for how many hours I would sleep per day on average, I recorded for 7 days, was 5 hours and 46 minutes. So we're gonna get a new baseline after I'm done with this experiment, but we're going to see if anything changes during this 7 day experiment um, when going to bed at the same time every day. So as you guys can kind of see or get the vibe or flow of how this is going, is each week I will be doing something new, something different. Um, of course, it's going to be data back stuff that's proven to help you um, get a good night rest, good night's sleep. And there's also going to be some experimental stuff in there. But this week I'm doing the um, going to sleep at the same time every day, and it'll be something completely different next week, and so on and so forth. So by the end of the year, I'll have at least like 20, 30, 40 experiments. Um, and you guys can just watch all of it and see like and get my feedback on what I really think was the most important thing. Already I can see like the most important factor, but that's gonna be um, it's kind of subjective right now, so that's why I need like more data from these experiments to truly know what actually works and what doesn't. So without further ado, get into it. So this experiment 2, I know everything about my sleep in these notes, and I just come back to it to have a visual view of it. It's very important. It's super important. So going to bed at the same time every day for 7 days. Bedtime is 9 p.m. and the wake time is 5 a.m. Now, an issue I did have is I tried to do this, but I was cooking up until night, and it didn't end up being until 9:30 p.m. that I fell asleep. So I'm gonna change it for the entire week to do it at 9:30 p.m. exactly, rather than 9 o'clock, because I've already started it and I don't want to restart. So I logged this yesterday, um, June the 30th, 2026. The time entered bed 9:31 p.m. Time I fell asleep, it took 17 minutes. So, time I fell asleep. My heart rate average is 62 beats per minute. My Google Fitbit Air Sleep score was 73. My REM sleep was 57 minutes. Of deep sleep, I had 1 hour and 24 minutes. Of total time awake was 8 minutes. My sleep latency was 11 minutes. and my night awakenings was one bathroom break. My wake time was 3:44 a.m. So I have been sleeping later lately, and my um opinion on why I woke up so early was that this night was I went to sleep earlier than I usually did. So of course I would wake up also earlier than I would usually. So I'm gonna update this. Today is 7 July the 1st. Happy July the 1st to you all watching. So the time I enter bed. So I enter bed at 9:31 once again. And as you can see, if you guys go look at my older videos, you'll see that I made a note for each separate day. I'm gonna change that this time just to save time and space by trying to update it all within this one note. And you guys, it'll be better for you all because you'll see it all on one note rather than having to watch every video. So if you want to watch day 3, you'll see day 1, 2, and 3 on there already, rather than having to go back and watch video 2 and 1 separately. So time enter bed was 9:31 again. 31 p.m. I said 9:30. Time fell asleep. Let's see. I'll skip that, come back to it. My heart rate average was 69, so a bit elevated that day. So yeah, gotta figure out why that was. My Google Fitbit Air score was 75, so that's already increased. My REM, oh shoot. My REM sleep is 1 hour and 15 minutes, and deep 1 hour 36 minutes. So from watching my videos, you guys are gonna notice a trend. Like you'll see that some days may be perfect and some days not so much, and that's really is like how most people experience sleep. You can have a perfect day, and the next day it can be the worst day. But it doesn't always mean that like your health is bad. It can be that you just changed something. So if you had like if you introduced a new goal like one day, and you know you were really fixated on completing that goal, that can introduce kind of dopamine. It can introduce dopamine and stress into the situation, which can impact your sleep, how you sleep. So it could be something as simple as that. So that's why it's important to like kind of self-analyze yourself in order to figure that out. So my sleep latency, time to sound asleep, it took me 18 minutes. 18 minutes. My sleep latency, so I guess it's restlessness, it's 12 minutes. Night awakenings, I did have one bathroom break again. Yeah, so the one bathroom break, even that is something that I know breaks me out of a good sleep state. Like I have to get up, my heart rate get elevated, and then I find it a little harder to go back to sleep after that. So that's going to be something that I experiment on 1 week to try to fix. So it's going to be interesting, for me at least. Wake time, 4:39. 4:39. Okay, so it's saying my sleep time was actually um so yeah, this is the time. I'm hoping you guys see the cursor. Let's see. Yeah, you guys see the cursor. So it's saying my time fell asleep. It took me 17 minutes yesterday and 18 minutes today. But like my watch is showing that I didn't actually fall asleep until 10:14. So um, let's see. Actually, actual time fell. This is not the best wording, but it's informative. It's informative. Time fell asleep. So yeah, 10:14 is what they're saying. I trust that because sometimes I do toss and turn, and even though it says my sleep latency is low, I know I didn't go to sleep until like at least like a couple of 20, 30 minutes, like 20, 30 minutes. Um, and my total sleep time is 6 hours. 6 hour 19 minutes. Yeah, so let me update yesterday as well. Six hours 4 minutes. So boom. Okay, this looks pretty clean, but I definitely gotta work on it because this is kind of like way a bit wackier than how it was set up in my previous experiment. So this is it. Time enter bed yesterday 9:31. Today 9:30 p.m. Time fell asleep. Time it took me to fall asleep today, or yesterday, was 18 minutes. Actual time I fell asleep is 10:14 p.m. Yeah, let me see the actual time I fell asleep yesterday. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Heart rate 69 today. My Google Fitbit Air sleep score was 75 today. My REM sleep was 1 hour 15 minutes. My deep sleep 1 hour 36 minutes. Total time awake 8 minutes. Okay, so today that was 6 minutes. That's what it's saying. Sleep latency 12 minutes. Night awakenings 1 bathroom break again. Wake time 4:39 a.m. Total sleep time 6 hours and 19 minutes. Not bad. There's another metric or percentage average that shows my sleep efficiency was 98% out of 100, which is phenomenal. And I do feel great, by the way. I feel great. But I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible. And that's all for day 2 of experiment 2. Tomorrow I'll be doing day 3, and maybe I'll find something off today. I'm gonna start creating like notes because notes are important, and I do believe like I drunk a cup of water, like, or at least a sip of water. I drunk a sip of water like before bed. Drunk a sip of water before bed. So that could have been the bathroom break. Notes. So yeah, if you guys doing this yourself, I would highly recommend notes because it may slip your mind. Um, but this is definitely something that's important because I did wake up to go to the bathroom. So boom, that is all for today. Like I said, I will be doing day 3 up to day 7, and after day 7, like right after day 7, I will make a video to conclude like how it went, what everything averaged out to be, the deep sleep average for the entire week, REM sleep average, and see did it actually help me have a better night rest. Did this experiment work? I guess, but just looking or just making this experiment, just doing this experiment, is not entirely to make. Of course, I want the sleep to be better, but what's even more important is the data. Like knowing what's causing bad sleep, knowing what helps promote good sleep. So the data is just as important. So if you're doing this at home, don't ever feel like you're truly failing, because if you're noting things, you're noting it to make it better. So yeah, that is all for the Scream. Also, I will be doing like tests, um, tests that shouldn't interfere with this experiment. So what that could look like is just finding a problem or something that most people have, or issue or something, and seeing will an online hack, experiment, tip, trick will actually fix it. And like I said, it shouldn't interfere with my experiment. So it's gonna be something short, something that isn't insanely wild. I don't know, it may be to you all, but it shouldn't be too wild to do. Shouldn't be too time consuming. And yeah, that is all. Scream 17 minutes and like 50 seconds, and yeah, it's a good time. So yeah, I catch you all in the next video. And if you do decide to subscribe or stick around,